CATL just announced a battery that charges in 12 minutes and lasts 1.8 million miles. The world's largest EV battery maker, not a startup, not a rumor. But is this claim actually real or just another bold headline? Here's the twist. CATL already supplies Tesla's batteries globally. Yet Tesla is betting billions, building its own cells in-house. So if CATL just solved charging speed and battery life at once, is Tesla ready for that? Let's dive right in. CATL, Contemporary Amperex Technology Company Limited, just announced a new lithium-ion battery with a 5C charge rating. In plain terms, that means a full charge in roughly 12 minutes. It also retains 80% of its original capacity after 3,000 full charge-discharge cycles, which translates to approximately 1.8 million miles of real-world driving life. To put that in perspective, most EV batteries today are engineered to handle around 300,000 miles before meaningful degradation sets in. CATL's claim is 6 times that number. Will most drivers actually put 1.8 million miles on one battery pack? Probably not, but that's not the real point. If even half of that performance holds in real-world conditions, battery degradation stops being a conversation EV owners ever need to have. The anxiety disappears, and when the anxiety disappears, mainstream adoption follows. One thing worth being honest about, no independent third-party validation has been published yet, and mass production timelines haven't been officially confirmed. We're working from CATL's own disclosures and reporting from Clean Technica and Battery Tech Network. The question isn't whether CATL is exaggerating, it's how closely real-world performance will track the lab results. That gap is where every major battery claim in history has either proven itself or quietly faded. So, do you think CATL can actually deliver on this in production vehicles, or does it still feel too good to be true? Drop your take in the comments. When electricity enters a battery at high speed, lithium ions must travel fast and slot cleanly into the graphite structure of the anode. Under normal conditions, this works fine, but under extreme fast charging, the ions move faster than the structure can absorb. Instead of integrating cleanly, they deposit on the anode surface as metallic lithium, permanently locking away active material. Capacity drops, internal resistance climbs, the battery ages faster than it should. This process, known as lithium plating, is the silent killer of EV batteries in everyday use. CATL's approach attacked this problem from multiple angles simultaneously. Improved cathode coating uniformity keeps ions distributing evenly under high current rather than stressing specific zones. Refined electrolyte formulations maintain stable ion transport pathways even when charging speed is high. And critically, CATL treated thermal uniformity at the cell level as a primary design constraint from the start, not something to manage afterward with external cooling systems. Uneven heat inside a cell accelerates degradation faster than almost any other factor, and controlling it structurally changes long-term battery behavior in ways that matter to real owners. This isn't a reinvention of battery science. It's existing lithium-ion technology pushed further than anyone has managed at production scale. That distinction actually makes the commercialization path more credible, not less, because the chemistry is proven and the manufacturing processes are already understood. CATL has been supplying Tesla with lithium iron phosphate cells since 2020, starting with the Model 3 in Shanghai before expanding to Model Y in European markets. By 2022, Tesla had delivered over 1 million vehicles powered by CATL batteries. This was not a minor arrangement. CATL became a structural part of Tesla's ability to scale globally. Tesla confirmed this publicly during its 2020 and 2021 earnings calls, framing LFP chemistry as a key tool for cost control and volume production. The practical reason was simple. LFP cells avoid nickel and cobalt, two of the most volatile materials in EV supply chains. And CATL offered stable pricing and consistent yields at exactly the moment Tesla needed both. CATL didn't just supply Tesla with batteries. CATL helped Tesla solve a manufacturing problem that could have slowed its entire global expansion. Keeping that context in mind makes what comes next considerably more interesting. At Battery Day in 2020, Tesla unveiled the 4680 cell and outlined an ambitious in-house manufacturing roadmap. Dry electrode processing, structural battery packs, complete vertical integration. The message was clear. Tesla wanted to control its own supply chain. Since then, Tesla has invested billions into production lines in Fremont and Austin, publicly acknowledged yield challenges during 2022 and 2023 earnings calls, adjusted timelines, and continued pushing forward without retreating from the commitment. For years, 3 concerns dominated the EV hesitation story. range anxiety, charging time, and fear of long-term degradation. CATL is targeting all three simultaneously from a position of proven manufacturing scale. That combination carries a different weight than a lab announcement from a startup. If the 5C battery reaches volume production at competitive pricing, both of which remain unconfirmed, the ownership calculus changes substantially. Charging in 12 minutes removes the time burden. A battery designed to outlast the vehicle removes the degradation fear. And pack costs approaching $65 per kilowatt-hour bring total cost of ownership into genuine competition with internal combustion vehicles. For Tesla, this creates pressure on two fronts. The 4680 in-house program needs to keep pace, not just technically but in cost and yield at production scale. At the same time, CATL remains available as a supplier with demonstrably advancing technology. The strategic question is no longer simply make or buy. It is whether the long-term control premium justifies the gap in time and capital, while a key supplier accelerates ahead. Tesla's advantages in supercharger infrastructure, software integration, and brand loyalty remain real, but they require continuous execution to stay relevant. CATL, operating at the supply layer of the entire EV industry rather than competing in a single market segment, has both the scale incentive and the capital depth to keep pushing the boundary. The honest take: if CATL delivers even 70% of its claimed performance in real production conditions, it changes what buyers expect from every EV, Tesla included. The standard has moved. The companies that respond fastest, whether by adopting these cells or by matching their performance in-house, will define what the next generation of electric vehicles actually looks like. This isn't just a battery story. It's a story about who holds the leverage in the EV industry going forward, the car maker or the cell maker. And right now, that answer is less settled than most people realize. What do you think? Should Tesla accelerate the 4680 program or lean into CATL's technology and compete on everything else? Leave your take below. This is the conversation that actually matters for where EVs go next. CATL just raised the bar for the entire EV industry. Faster charging, longer battery life, at a cost that makes mass adoption realistic. Tesla now faces a clear choice: accelerate the 4680 program to match that standard or leverage CATL's technology and compete on everything else. Either way, the next 2 to 3 years will determine who actually leads the EV decade ahead. This is exactly why staying informed matters more than ever. If you found this breakdown useful, hit the like button. It helps more people find this kind of analysis. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss when we cover the next major development. And drop a comment below. Should Tesla go all in on in-house batteries or partner with CATL and focus on the bigger picture? The future of EVs isn't a single breakthrough. It's a series of decisions being made right now. We'll be watching every one of them.